Hello students, in today's lecture we will see the next algorithm for the hidden surfaces, that is the Penter's algorithm. So the Penter's algorithm explains how to remove the hidden faces or the portions of the scene. So here both the methods are used, object space and image space. So the techniques used by this algorithm are image space and object space. What is object space? Object space is the three-dimensional space in which the graphics object is defined. Right? It compares the objects and the parts of the object to each other within the scene to determine which surfaces are visible. Right? For example, the backface detection method. And the image space is the projection of the object defined in the 3D to two-dimensional screen. So in this method, visibility is decided point by point, okay, at each pixel position on the projection plane. So for example, you can consider the depth buffer method, right? But now in the Pentas algorithm, to eliminate the hidden surfaces, we are going to use the image space as well as object space, both the techniques. The Pentas algorithm is also called as depth sorting algorithm. The name of this algorithm is Painters because its working is like a painter who creating an oil painting, right? So basically we know that the work of the painter, right? Painter first paints the whole canvas by some color, right? Which will be the background color of the picture. Okay? And then on top of this he paints with the other colors or objects. So here you can see this particular figure, right? The whole canvas is painted first, okay, with some background color. On top of this, a circle is painted, right? The first figure. Then in the second one, on top of this circle, the triangle is painted, right? And then in this third figure, on top of this triangle, square is painted, right? So it gives the appearance as the rectangle is near this sphere is nearer to the viewer, right? So basically this algorithm also works with the same way. This algorithm is basically used to paint the polygon in the view plane by considering their distance from the viewer. Okay? The polygons which are at the more distance from the viewer are painted first. Okay? After that, the nearer polygons are started painted on or over more distance polygons according to the requirement. Here also you can see this diagram in which on the background first mountains are painted, okay, on top of this then the landscape is painted, okay, and in the final figure you can see the trees are painted, right? So these trees are nearer to us, okay, than the landscape and then the mountain, right? Okay, so in this algorithm, the polygons are or surfaces in the scene are firstly scanned or then painted in the frame buffer. Okay, in the decreasing distance from the viewpoint of the viewer, starting with the polygon of maximum depth or we can say minimum Z value. So it will be stored in the frame buffer in the decreasing distance from the viewpoint of the viewer. Firstly, the depth sort is performed in which the polygons are listed according to their visibility order or depth priority. So as this algorithm uses the concept of the depth priority, it is also called as depth priority algorithm or priority algorithm. Okay. The main factor for this algorithm is to decide the priority of the polygon to determine which polygon to be painted first. Okay. So for that, we can say it means that when two polygons overlap, Okay, how to decide which polygon hides the other, right? In the previous figure also we have seen this triangle, some part of triangle is hidden, okay, and some part of the circle is also hidden, some part of background is also hidden, right? So we have to decide it. Okay, so we have to check the overlapping. Okay, then how to decide that which polygon hides the other? Okay, for that, in the Pentas algorithm we are going to use the test. That test is known as minimax test. Okay, Pentas algorithm uses a technique called as minimax test. This test is used to sort or isolating the polygons which are overlapping, okay, that is hiding by other polygons, and which polygons are not overlapping. So we need to check it which are overlapping and which are not overlapping. Okay, so we need to sort it accordingly. For this purpose, now the first step, that is we need to draw the rectangle, or we can say the boxes. So the rectangles or boxes are drawn around the polygon such that the rectangles exactly fit the polygon. Okay. So here you can see this is the particular polygon. Okay, and this rectangle is drawn based on this size of the polygon. So this will be getting fit on this particular box. Okay. Minimax test says that if we place both the polygons in two different boxes, we can we can consider the name here box or rectangle. Okay, so the first condition is that if we place the both the polygons in two different boxes, and if these boxes are not overlapping, okay, then it means the polygon within the boxes are not overlapping, right? So for that, in which what we are considering the boundaries for this with respect to x minimum, x maximum, y minimum and y maximum. Okay, so we have to form the box with the boundaries as x max, x min, y max and y min of that polygon. Okay. So here you can see this first polygon, this is the second polygon. Okay, if the two boxes are one over the another, consider this figure, okay, are one over the another with same x mean and x max values. Now for both this polygon, x mean and x max are same, okay, but different y mean and y max values. Okay, then two polygons which are inside these boxes are not overlapping. Okay. Means x mean and x max are same, but y minimum of 1, okay, is greater than y maximum of 2. Okay, means this polygon, it is on top of this polygon. Another condition, the second case, if the two boxes are one to another, okay, with the same y mean and y max values, but different x mean and x max values. Okay, so for this first polygon, x mean, x man, and for the second polygon, x mean and x max is changing, but same y mean and y max values. Okay. Then also both are not overlapping. We can see both are not overlapping because different x mean and x max values. So both are visible. Okay. So y mean and y max are same for both the boxes, but but x minimum of 2 is greater than x maximum of 1. Okay. So with this condition we can say that these polygons are not overlapping. Right. The next step. Okay. Now if this minimax test is true, okay, then it means both the polygons are visible and no one is hiding the another. Okay, but if the boxes are overlapping, then also we are not in a position to say firmly that the polygon is overlapping. Okay. See these two figures in which what we can see, these both the boxes are overlapping. Now here this this particular first figure in which you can see this first polygon and second polygon, and this particular rectangles are drawn according to the size of the polygon. Okay, now in this case these rectangles, these boxes are overlapping. Okay, but the polygons are not overlapping. Okay, and in the second case, here you can see the boxes are overlapping and the inside polygons are also overlapping. Okay, so this is for example, we can say no overlapping, but this is overlapping. So we can't say firmly that if the boxes are overlapping means the polygons are also overlapping, right? So in that case we need to perform the another test. Okay, so need to perform the another test, and that should be applied on the z coordinate of the polygon. Okay, so we need to perform the test on z coordinate means on the depth of the polygon. Okay, so that's what it is known as the depth sort algorithm. Okay. If the smallest z value of one polygon is larger than the largest z value of another polygon, then the first polygon lies in front of the other. Okay, so to understand this, we'll see this particular uh, example. Okay, so see this figure. This figure shows the right-handed system in which two polygons are there, right? P1 and P2. Okay, here both P1 and P2 boxes are overlapping. We can see this P1 and P2 both are overlapping, right? Here polygon P1 is in front of P2. That that will be based on our assumption, as we can see that P1 it is in front of P2, right? Based on the depth of this particular uh, uh, polygon. Okay, so the how firmly we can say that P1 is in front of P2, because now Z minimum of P1 is greater than Z maximum of P2. Okay, but if Z max of P1, if this Z max of P1 is less than Z minimum of P2, in that case the reverse case will happen. In that case P1 will be behind P2. Okay, from this diagram we can see P1 is in front of P2. Why? Because this Z minimum of P1 is greater than Z maximum of P2. We can see this is the negative Z value, right? Minus Z and positive Z. Okay, so according to this we can say that Z minimum of P1 is greater than Z maximum of P2. Okay, means this will be nearer to the viewer than this. Means this is in front of this, right? So means P1 and P2 both the boxes are overlapping. Based on this condition we can say that P1 is in front of P2, right? So we have to store now these polygons into the polygon list according to Z minimum of each polygon, right? So we have to store according to the Z minimum and of this. It means we are storing smallest Z coordinate of each polygon in an array. And the first display of the polygon whose Z minimum is the smallest, that is the last polygon, and the next polygon, and so on. Okay. And at last we have to display the near polygon, means whose Z minimum is the maximum. Okay, means whose Z value is maximum, that polygon will be nearer to us. So we have to display that polygon. So basically we need to store all the Z values in the polygon list, and according to that it will be displayed. Okay, so this is the working of the Penter's algorithm. Okay. What are the disadvantages with this algorithm? The disadvantage with this algorithm, it is key issue is the order determination. Okay, that is in which order we should draw. Okay, in some cases we cannot find out the proper order, right? Like for this example, let's take this particular example, doesn't always work. Okay, for example, consider this image. In this particular image, you can see that uh, we can't uh, find out which polygon is over whom, right? Which triangle is over whom, which triangle is drawn at the first and which is far from the viewer, right? So in this particular kind of examples, key issue is the order determination. Okay, so for that we need to segment the triangles and make them sortable. So this is the Pentas algorithm. I hope you understood this algorithm. Okay, so in the next part we'll see the next algorithm, that is the Warnock's algorithm. Thank you.